I'd like to invite Chawla ji.
Go.
I'd like to invite Chawla ji to the stage. One second.
God bless you. Be happy. Thank you. Thank you. It was a few steps on that long journey. But before we could reach the first step, there must be some story behind it also. Now, before I narrate the story, I would like to make you aware of one figure. India has a tribal population of 100 million. Think of this figure. It was 80 million when we started this project. Now, the way you see few initial visuals, it was clear in what conditions they are living. And a nation, how can it neglect? It's such a large population. And incidentally, there are only 13 countries in the world which have more than 100 million population. And we are neglecting them for centuries, not for the last 75 years or so, centuries. So I wanted to verify myself that what exactly is happening. Because early 90s of last century, the tribal was in the news for wrong reasons. As a Naxalite, as a plunderer, murderer, looter and whatnot. And whatever little I had gathered, I was convinced that tribal cannot do this, there must be some reason behind it. Have you ever heard any rape in the tribal area? No. There is a very close, compact family system and unit, and these things don't happen there. So there must be reason to locate that reason, to find that reason. I made one of my friends to come with me to the nearest place, Ghatshila, where this present project we are having. It's about 250 kilometers from Calcutta, where I stay. And it's on the Bombay Highway Road, and about 50 kilometers before Tata Nagar, the steel plants. And this is one of the area which was the nearest to me to find out exactly what is happening in the tribal area. Both of us went, one with one of my friends, and we could hire a four-wheel drive and ask the driver to take us anywhere, any tribal village. We would like to have a look how the tribals look, in what way they are different, in what way they live, which distinguishes them and keep them away from us. Well, the first shock was that there was no road. Wherever we went, we defined the road. When we reached there, I saw that there is a pond of dirty water, which is all the source of drinking water or bathing water, whatever they have it. Now, UNDP says that the growth of any society is determined by three factors: income, education and health. Now, how that can be healthy when it is such a bad situation? Then I asked, where is the school? Oh, there is no school. And this word was new to them, what a school is. And income, even if they grow something in their field, there are no roads, there is no public transport, how they bring their produce to the city. They have been somehow existing or subsistent, not even existing. That was a condition. And on top of it, when 3 or 4 young people came to me, young boys, Yamake ki divi, which means, what will you give me? I was surprised that this is the age when these children should be in the school, trying to define their career. And here they are asking begging something from us. Either there is something wrong with the system. At that time, 45 or 46 years after the independence, if that is the state of affair, then whom to blame is difficult to say, but we have to blame ourselves that we neglected such a large population. But what to do? In a normal circumstances, you can say, I don't know, so I don't care. This is often word I hear from the present generation. But I really don't know. People who are living 10 kilometers away in their backyard, they are thriving somehow and they don't know about it. तो मतलब तो ये ना मेरे को पता नहीं तो मैं कुछ करूँगा नहीं. That is one approach. The second approach is government take taxes from us. Why the government should do it? Why should I put my neck into it? Well, third can be I am too small, I am a single person, what can I do? After this is a gigantic work. The nation society should take it over. Why should I bother about it? And the fourth approach which I took was, let's try it. Maybe we are successful, we may not be successful. So what? If we are successful, that is a bonus. If we are not successful, it's okay. That in any case, they were in that condition. Now, question is, if I want to talk to somebody in a intellectual world where everything people demand proofs, when you go to somebody and tell him, I want to do this thing for the tribal, he says, why you want to do anything? Who are they? We don't know them. And at that time, please understand, there was no mobile phones. There was no Google, that Google hai. You could not get any information. And when I started searching libraries in Calcutta, there is no literature available because nobody is bothered about them. But somehow it took me 6 years to compile report which was worthwhile presenting to somebody from different sources, and the only sources go to the village, talk to the people, and then you find out the reality, how they are suffering, and they are still happy in that suffering. That is a great thing. But as they could not tolerate any more, they came to Naxalism, for which we have been hearing them even now also. Dantewada, etc., the words are common, those who follow Indian news. Anyway, in February 99, this was December 93 when I went there. In February 99, I had a chance to talk to Gurudev with whatever little facts I could manage. Okay, this is what we should do because we are talking of social projects. So one project which nobody has bothered about it. So let's do something about it. This is what you want to do. It was a simple question he asked me. I said, Gurudev, if you want to lift any society, the best thing is to start with a basic education. Once you make them aware of their own potential, their inherent strength, we need not do anything further, they will themselves do it. And if we see the few visuals, can you believe they are first generation learners? It has taken 26 years to come to this level. So he said, okay. You go to Arun Madhavan, he was the chairman of Vyakti Vikas Kendra India at that time, and you discuss with him. He says, okay, you give me some report so that based on that report, we can do something about it. I again went 3-4 times, and then I got the report done, and he says, after 3-4 days, Gurudev has blessed this project, you can proceed with it. Well, that was a relieving news. But, and that is a big but, to start any school, you must have funds, you must have a building, whatever kind of building it is, you must have students, you must have teachers, and you must have a supervisor. Otherwise the school will not run. These things possibly you have not even thought about it because you take for granted school है, मेरा बच्चा स्कूल में जाएगा, पढ़ेगा और सब कुछ होगा. वहाँ कुछ नहीं है. They have not understood, they don't know what school is. Now, I started talking to people, including my own Art of Living group, and no taker. Why should we give money when we don't know the project? Fair enough. So anyway, first hurdle we cleared somehow. Me and 2 of my friends, we collected 5,000 each, that is 15,000 rupees. I said, that's our seed money, we'll manage with that. That's the divine will take care. How about the space? Where is the space? Where to start, I don't know, because there is a new area for us. Again we went around, talked to some local people. And he says, look, I will far away from about 15 kilometers from Ghatshila, there is a Panchayat Bhavan, which is in a very dilapidated, bad condition. We can give you that as a school. I said, very good, thank you. Now where are the students? Without students, school plan will run. What kind of student we take? If you go to any school in Calcutta at least, or in India, they give you interview, the child also. Now, what interview to give, to whom to give the interview? We don't have the children. Parents don't understand what is value of education. Anyway, with about 1 month labor, we could collect some of 40, 50 students' name. Then the teachers, a school, a village or an area where nobody has gone to school, from where the teachers will come. I mean, think of it. Now somehow, other villages, we could locate 2 persons. They had a somehow matriculation certificate, high school certificate. I said, chalega, koi baat nahi. The idea is not to make them scholars, but to tell them or teach them a discipline what school is, and convince the parents that without education, they will continue to remain in the same vicious cycle of poverty all their lives, and maybe many more lives. That was the idea. In such dilapidated building, with hardly any so-called teachers, 50 children, I said, no problem, let's start. 15th April 1999 was that Shubh Ghadi, I mean, good time I would say. That is a Bengali New Year day. We took 50 dress uniforms, some bags, Hindi primer and arithmetic primer, and a blackboard, picked up some broken table from a place in Ghatshila, 2 so-called chairs, and with a small Guru Puja. At that time, even Guru Puja was not to be structured. So we picked up a local pandit, and with the mumbo jumbo, we somehow did that. चलो शुरू तो करो, देखा जाएगा जो होगा. स्कूल शुरू हो गया. अब प्रॉब्लम है कि हाउ टू सुपरवाइज द स्कूल. नो फोन्स. This place is already 15 kilometers away from the small town called Ghatshila, which was only 60,000 population at that time. And nobody is willing to come. So I said, okay, once we have started the tamasha, let's continue with this. Let's carry on this. So Sunday morning, I'll come in the morning, take a train at about 6 o'clock in the morning, carry my breakfast and lunch with me, because it is not available. Even till now, in Ghatshila town, there is no good restaurant where you can eat. Come to the station, so what? Where is the transport? It costs money. So I made an arrangement with a local person. Okay, look, you come to the station, I'll pay you some money, and on your motorcycle, you take me there. So on the motorcycle, we used to go about 15 kilometers, do 2-3 hours work, come back, talk to more people to bring more into our fold, to understand what education is. And this continued for about 6 months. To cut the long story short, in the meantime, we built 3 more schools. Requests came, people got convinced कि पढ़ाई करना अच्छी चीज़ है. That is the only solution they have. We started building more school, and one school, it's worth mentioning, it was so far away that they were willing to give us land, they were willing to give us labor, but how to carry the building material there? There is no road. So, okay, let's see what to be done. In the meantime, one of our devotees in Jamshedpur, nearest town, he gave us his old Jeep, 4-wheel Mahindra drive, for 20,000 rupees, which we continue to work for use for 4 years. And in that Jeep, we'll put bricks, cement, and sand, and carry it there on the site, and slowly we built the school 1 or 2 rooms there. I mean, I'm just giving you a few highlights. that it happened. Now comes a crucial time. Children have reached already class 5. We had a choice to abandon the project, but that doesn't serve the purpose. Which we set a goal for ourselves. That child is the focus of development. Now if we will leave the school only after class 5, where is the development possible? Class 5 doesn't give you any development. So you have to look for a land to build a high school, and incidentally, the urban elite, I would say clever urban elite, they've cheated them so much in the past over the land purchase or sale is concerned, that the government made a rule that tribal land can neither be purchased nor gifted nor leased nor rented. So you have to find a non-tribal land to build a school. So that is still a problem. So we somehow located it. Now when we built the school, the first priority is a teacher training center. Now when we talk of city, in English primary it was written A for apple or A for aeroplane. And I explained to people, tell a urban rural child, tribal child, कि A for apple and A for aeroplane, will he understand? He has not seen aeroplane in his life. He has not seen apple in his life. So you have to rewrite the primer A for ant, चींटी, जिसको देखा है उसने, C for cow. Now see the task है. So in a new school we have to build a complete teacher training center with all the material ourselves written. If you go to the market in a professional company, will charge you a hell of money, which we don't have. But fortunately, in the meantime, our own Art of Living friends understood the importance of the project. They started visiting and started making some donations. And by that time, Ashram also was convinced that this is not being misused. The chairman came twice to see that things are happening. And in 2003, Gurudev himself came. And that was a huge boost for us, that here is a person who will support us. And till today, though funds are difficult to collect, but he always asks, Chawla, tere ko paise ki kami to nahi hai. I mean, it's something really I can be proud of him. Anyway, school was built. Now we say what exactly we achieved in these years. We have 12 batches of high school who passed out. In Jharkhand, after 10 school ends, 11 and 12 is a college. There are 505 children who passed. All these 12 years, there is a 100% result. Not a single failure. And about 85% children having a first division, and some of them crossing 80%, reaching 86%. And good news is that girls are outpacing the children, I mean the males. There's the good part, because I always believe if the women in the house is educated, understand the logic of family, it will be very easy to maintain the family and grow in the, make a progress in the society. And that is what we are exactly doing. Even in archery, you will see in another video I have got, one of our girl got 5 gold medals in a single tournament in all different categories. And she will speak in the other one. So we are giving so much importance to, and we have special karate class for girls so that they can defend themselves when the need be. Situation is slowly deteriorating that area also. So achievement academics is this. But besides academic, we have to do something. Because what we feel today, that the one word which is called samvedana, a sensitivity that our present society is losing, the result is we are becoming a small island in ourselves. If parents and the children are sitting eating on a dining table, All four are seeing their mobile phone, nobody's talking to each other. Now in a society where you don't talk to each other, how you can become sensitive for other problems? So we are making sure that not only they are sensitive to the problems of others, but they must act also. They must have some clue of their own culture and literature. You have seen some of the girls chanting Bhagavad Gita. Now, at least one chapter every class knows by heart, and they will explain the meaning to you. When we do prarthana of the assembly, about 8 or 10 Sanskrit shlokas are chanted, and their meaning is also explained. So we are trying to put that emphasis that not only academics are important, the other side of our life is also important. When they go to the class, the first thing is meditation, yoga. That is how we start the school. And most of the children have done the Art of Living courses. Teachers are also regularly updated on the happiness courses. And the advanced courses also is once or twice we have done that. And in the villages also we are spreading around the message so that we are not only limited to academics. We are doing something more. I'll give you 1 or 2 illustrations. I hope this is okay. I mean, okay, fine. Because I can go and end on hand. Okay. So how we do it in action? I'll give you 3-4 examples. A child comes in the school, my father has expired and I don't have money for cremation. It can happen. In their case it happens. The poverty is so much. No problem. All the teachers will announce in their class, and within an hour or so, you will collect so much money that will not only meet the funeral expenses, maybe expenses for the coming few days also. And in such cases, we try to provide the job of if the lady has been left behind in our school, either in cooking, in the kitchen, or maybe some kind of sweeping. So the child knows that he has to help the other person also. About 7 or 8 years back, there was a flood in Chennai city. Those who are from that area may be remembering that. So normally we send such things to our teachers in a WhatsApp group. This is what is happening. I send this few visuals how the people are suffering. So when I went to Ghatshila next time, I saw a check, a few thousand, 20,000 rupees or so, from flood relief. I said, what is this check is? He says, you send those visuals to us. We showed in the classroom, and the children and teachers collected this money, 12 brothers in Chennai. Now this is how you teach them. आप वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की बात तो करते हो, लेकिन वसुदेव कुटुंबकम को प्रैक्टिस में ला कैसे रहे हो? कुछ करना पड़ेगा ना उसके लिए. It's the other Mary saying, hey, I belong to you. If you belong to me, then help me when I am distressed. Isn't it? The other day a boy got sick. He's an ex-student. We have WhatsApp group for all the ex-students also, year-wise, so that they can keep in touch with us and we can touch in them. And we try to update the database what this person, what this child is doing as on date. So he became sick with a serious brain illness. He was admitted to the hospital and the expenses would be more than 1 lakh of rupees, which is nothing in the present medical situation. We put in the WhatsApp group and I was surprised, within 3 days we got more than the money which we needed. There is a response. This is how we teach them. Okay, why you should be sensitive to the other's need. We don't leave it at that. We also teach them our old concepts. आपने note किया होगा, when the visual started, a girl is touching the feet of her mother, isn't it? So we say that Pitra Devo Bhav, Matra Devo Bhav, and last we say Acharya Devo Bhav. When they come to the school, they touch the feet of the teacher before they start the school. Get their blessings. Learn Sanskrit. And another way of doing is, our libraries are full of biographies of great men. Now the great men in the sense, people who have sacrificed something in their life. Talk of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. If somebody has read his biography or his life, that he sacrificed 4 of his sons. If you teach this to the children, and every time there is a festival or there is a birthday of some great person, it is celebrated. We don't care whether we give time to academics or not, that in any case they will learn. But the question is, we have no role model today. The biography of great people can inspire us and they are the role model for us. And a lot of emphasis is given in a storytelling competition also, with moral stories. Okay, what you learn out of it, how you behave. Be good to nature. Every year we plant about 1,000 trees. This year we planted 3,000 trees. Because of exceptional hot weather, 45 degrees centigrade, which I think comes to about 120 degrees Fahrenheit, is a usual thing in Ghatshila. But this time it almost crossed 50 degrees. And you have to work in that temperature because you have no choice. And power may or may not come, we don't know. Therefore, all the schools have solar panels, all the schools. And we can run the school for 1 full day on the battery backup. Uma, you have seen it. I'll ask you to come for a while once I finish it. Give your impressions also. Well, she went, Manoj went, but today Manoj is not here. Anyway, so we try to bring them close to nature. No wastage of water. Electricity, switch off the button when you come. If today in big cities in India, आप बच्चे को बोलो तो लाइट बंद कर गया तो बोलो आप कंजूस हैं. सीधी कॉम्प्लीमेंट यू कहते हैं कि आप कंजूस हैं, हम क्यों नहीं बत्ती जला सकते. अरे जलाओ तुम्हारी मर्जी है, लेकिन each watt you save, you help the environment. Don't celebrate Earth Day or Environmental Day in your schools only for theoretical sake. Do it in practice. Save water, save electricity, try not to hurt the plants. So try to we teach them as far as possible, be with the nature. And in winter, we have no classes in the classrooms. They are all outside. I believe you can teach a child and you will learn yourself more when you are in a natural environment rather than the man-made environment. You are in a dabba, you don't know what exactly is happening. Sit under the tree like Gurukula and possibly you will absorb more. You can teach all subjects while sitting under the tree. आप ट्री के बारे में बता सकते हैं, अर्थमेटिक्स सिखा सकते हैं, कलर सिखा सकते हैं, उसकी यूटिलिटी देकर सिखा सकते हैं. Once I gave a small project to my children. Look, you have a lot of trees in your area? Yes. Imagine one day you get up in the morning and all the trees have vanished. What will happen? You tell me what can happen and what you will lose. And I got about 27 ideas. Somebody says, I will not be able to build my hut. Somebody says, I will not get my medicines. Because for them, medicine, that is the source of medicine. Somebody says, I will have no rain. So you can teach children much better with the nature, natural help, rather than the artificial things. But if it is needed, we build them. We take them. Now, we take them around the cities, because half of our children have not seen the railway station so far. Even now, because they are too far away, for us to organize a trip 50, 60 kilometers away is difficult. But we are trying to do that. to open their mind. Every year there is an excursion. We take them to Pune, Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi with teachers and their parents together. And last month we sent some of the children to our ashram. Okay, look, you should feel proud what kind of organization you belong to. You are not belonging to a small organization. So once they saw it, every teacher I asked them, write me something, and the children also. And they were wonderstruck, they were awe. Can it be such a big organization? So now this gives them more commitment to the organization. So we try to do that on a regular basis. So we have done thus far. But our promise, our mission, that child is the focus of development, and these villages will come out of that vicious cycle of poverty, is not yet fulfilled. By a mere certificate, you cannot earn living. Living needs either skills or intellectual ability. A first generation learner, I don't expect them to Newton or Einstein. Let's not expect too much from them. Whatever they are doing already according to us is more than our expectation. But we have got to now take that next step. We were to take it before COVID, but COVID came and spoiled the game. We couldn't start it. This year we have started a career guidance cell. Now they do not know what professions are available to them, where they can go. The parents are afraid of sending the children to the other big cities. And another big hurdle is, which I think in my mind is going to hurt the nation, is the present farmers. Once they either expire or they retire, there is nobody to carry through. Because today the input cost in India on agriculture is more than the output cost. In the eastern region, there is no irrigation facilities available. They work only 3 months in a year. And that too, if the rain god Indraji is happy, is fine. If he is not happy, either it's too late or too much or too less, there is there is enough even to eat. This year exactly it happened. Last month there was 3 days extensive rain. Now what will be its impact? The vegetable prices have already soared up. Now, the agriculture is not a stable base for them. So once these children go out, whom we are preparing, they will never come back. Like all of you have come from India, how many of you are willing to go back? I mean, I don't want the answer, I know the answer. You have not to don't take the trouble of answering me. Same is true there also. Now they are supporting their parents, but once they get married and they have their own children, what will happen? There will be a void. And that void can only be filled when we find some kind of skills or vocations right in those villages. And that is a part of the policy planners. We can't do it. We can only say, okay, look, we will try to give you money. You can start a small business. We'll train you. I was about to start that. Okay, to give them skills at a local level. You teach them electrician job, pump repair job, painting, masonry, plumbing, and so on and so forth. They get the job in the city, and you have already started training them on those lines. But problem is, there is a limit to that, and unless there is sophistication in the skills, the modern technology has gone to that level, unless they have really a good knowledge of it, it will be difficult. So we have started calling people from outside who are retired to tell them what is taught in the Industrial Training Institute. We have arranged visits of our students there. You see how things work and provide them with enough information that with that they can either apply or go directly for training. If they are not trained properly, there will be a problem. They will not be able to get jobs. So, every year in the beginning of the session, if the committee and sometime I myself sit with each child for about 15-20 minutes to understand what is her or his passion. Once we know the passion, then possibly we can try to tailor something for their need. And we ask them two options. And we are now trying to get information on those areas, like what kind of competition they will face, what kind of coaching they will need, from where the coaching is possible, and how we can help them. Please understand, they are first generation learners. Their ability to communicate is very, very, very limited. Some of course they have started talking now a little bit, but still not very much. So we are trying to arrange extra class every day when the school is over. Depending upon their passion or whatever they want, we divide them in 5-6 groups. One teacher takes that group depending upon his or her ability, and we are slowly preparing them for those examinations so they can tackle them. Maybe it will take 2-3 years before we can do it, but once we can do it, possibly we will be successful to some extent to get them a job so that they can be on their own feet and come on the mainstream. And I would say one thing last. They were talking about attendance. Now we have a prize and celebration. If any school have 100% attendance for the whole month, we'll give them 1 day free. That day will be a celebration. And I was surprised, I got some pictures last month itself. For September, rather on 3rd or 4th October, our high school, which is about 500 children, all the days, all the students were present. It was 100% attendance. Now, where on the first day of our school, 26 years back, 30-40% attendance was a great thing. Now, a stage has come, they have understood the value of education, and also we are trying to give them value education also. So I have said my part of the story. I can go on and on, but there should be enough time for you to ask questions.